So we're continuing on our journey to save the world, which means to save every couple. Again, I will never repeat enough. All the forces in the world today, all the negative powers are trying to destroy the family structure, the man and woman identity, powers, greatness, roles, and confuse us. And once we lose the understanding of the greatness of the husband and the wife, we lose what the family is, and society becomes destroyed, literally. So keep learning, keep fighting, keep understanding what a man is, keep understanding what a woman is. It's all about that. The more and more I learn about Torah, the more and more I learn about, a little bit the Kabbalah, the secrets of Torah, even though I don't understand anything, but whatever I can grasp is basically all about the male and female power and the whole balance, how each one learn to love each other. So we kind of all know that, and as the Ramchal says in Mr. Sesham, it's so obvious and simple that we don't work at it. We don't spend enough time at it. You were created for that. So it's as simple as that. You're created to love one person in the world. You're created to love God. You're created to love your spouse. You're created to love your child. We need to invest a tremendous amount of effort and time for that. Otherwise, we won't be successful. And our entire life is trying to take us out. Our job, it's right. If we didn't have problem at the job, we wouldn't have problem with the money. If we didn't have problem with that, we kind of will make it somehow. But because there's the tension of the job and our lives, the drama, the trauma, the money, the whatever is external from the house. That's why we have mezuzot, to understand not to let any external influence enter into our couple, into now with the phones and the internet and newspaper and all those stuff, then it goes into the house through the kids, through the parents, social media, and we get affected also. It infiltrates. It's very smart. When we think of the apple, it really is like it's the snake. Steve Jobs was a snake who was able to make us all bite into the apple and allow it to go into the hands of a 3-year-old who can already access the whole world and bring all the dirt by the touch of a button. So we have to think of that. All those symbols is not just nice coincidence, cute. No, this is real. This is real snake. I'm not saying Steve Jobs was actually, the Satan, but he looked very cunning. He looks like a snake, I mean, some people look like really, and even if he wasn't like that, this is really the image that he represents, I think, and what he was able to successfuli accomplish. Whatever. So we know we have to take those concepts, this image, and understand that it's more than just like a cute media story about who Steve Jobs was or all that. It's not Steve Jobs in himself that's important. It's what happened, what he did, and the message, and how we suffer from it. Obviously, there's also a lot of good, but let's remember that behind the good has a lot of evil, and people who look really good or doing great stuff hide. The snake looks handsome. The snake was the smartest of all the animals. The snake was supposed to even serve men, right? So Steve Jobs definitely served men, but he let us beat into the tree of good and evil, which is in a way the internet is like a tree, right? Media tree of good and evil, and it affects us. I'm spending a little bit too much time on that, but it's very related to our couple, the way we think, all that. So we have to realize that it's very part of what our life becomes because of it. I mean, our marriage, we are affected and we can't deny it. Now, I want to focus more importantly. Oh, and by the way, Pesach, best time to put your phone away, being free of any addiction. Pesach for couples is crucial. 1 week without addiction, without Chametz, without media, without schmutz, without things that pull me away from my spouse, from my kids. Okay, you should have with the Chametz. Sell also with the Chametz, sell your phone and sell your internet and sell all the media. Disconnect, be free of Egypt, go detach from the system and go into freedom as a couple or as a family, and try to speak about the real important things. How can we love each other better? How can we make our family better? How can we make our couple better? Today we all need therapy, we all need advice, we all need to grow. We should all be in therapy, learning, growing, or you should all learn with a rabbi about relationships, marriage skills, communication skills. This is what we need. This is what we need. It's all in the Torah, but sometimes we need the outside to help us dig what's in the Torah, because our teachers were not able to do it, or it has been lost, or hidden by the Yetzer Hara, or stuff like that. So this is we'll finish this video here and make it short and sweet. Pesach is coming. You have the ability to free your couple. Think of it that way. Free your couple, free your family, spend time, being together, appreciating each other. We can learn, right, especially in the time of Corona, because one of the messages of Corona is that we were isolated, and we understand the pain of being alone. Pesach is all about eating together. We have a common Pesach. We have to invite the whole family has to come, right? It's the meal, most important meal of the year, where everybody comes, a bit like Shabbat, but it's like the Shabbat of the year, and we anybody who doesn't have a place to go, we have to invite them to eat, because we have to create that unity, no isolation. It's the fight against Corona. It's the fight against society detaching us so that it can control us better. The Egyptians were doing that. They were trying to isolate us. They were trying to make the men work like the woman and the woman work like the men, so that there's no more a role identity. Who am I? Who is supposed to do what, right? So that was the confusion that Egypt was bringing to the men and the women, they were changing roles, and luckily we got saved by the women. B'zchut Nashim Tzidkanios, thanks to the holy woman, we're going to be saved. So every man has to understand how precious his wife is. Doesn't matter how crazy you think she is, she actually can save you from Egypt, even with all the drama, even with all the emotions, even with all the tears. Learn to appreciate her, and the woman needs to learn to look up at her husband, understand that even though in a society today where you don't necessarily look at the man because of how much he works and you might earn more money than him, you have to appreciate him of what he can do. You have to be able to see his greatness and push him to do what is great about him. Help him see his greatness. That's really what it is. And so the man and the woman have to see the greatness of each other. Allow to the role of the man and the woman to become empowered. Understand there's nobody more powerful than the woman to give love to the kids and to take care of the kids and to be home. There's nothing greater than to be home. All of society is fighting against that. right? All of a sudden he's fighting about, oh, now a woman home, no, that's terrible. No, of course, the woman cannot stay home, do nothing. A lot of women love being home with the kids. Today, some women, they're afraid to say, no, you know, I'm a stay at home mom. Well, what? Oh, I'm sorry. No, what do you mean? There's nothing more beautiful for the kids. There's nothing better than that. Now, of course, a woman sometimes, you know, she cannot have her whole mind all day with the kids. So she needs to have a hobby. She needs to have something healthy, exercise, something with health, something with, you know, college. Today you can take college online, and there's a lot of possibilities. Everybody, the mistake is to make the woman enter into a career that she doesn't need to go into, because the woman is born with a career. The woman is born with that power of delivering kids into the world, the most biggest miracle. Without kids, there's no life, there's no nothing, right? Without our marriage, without a home, a husband that has a place to go where he can have a wife that he can feel good to provide for and work for her, and that's a very important. She needs to feel that she has to allow him to feel that he's providing for her. If a woman feel that I don't need men, I can do it on my own, we can do it, right? But that doesn't help men. On the contrary, you need to make the man feel that you need him, and without him it won't be the same. Without him, you know, you have to make him feel proud to be your man. So you have to be creative. Some women, and that will usually help the man become better. It doesn't mean the man is necessarily great, but a great woman will make a man great. A bad woman will make a man bad. So it's really putting, you know, a bit the responsibility in the woman's side. You can really turn your man into someone great. You have to be smart. You know, you have to learn to seduce him with the right way, with love. You know, you got seduced with the snake. Now we have to learn to seduce like the snake, the man, but in a holy way. That's one of the way we can fix the whole thing. So think of it that way. Understand that the couples, when speaking about Pesach freedom, we're speaking about the couple's freedom, the freedom of what a true man is, the freedom of what a true woman is the rectification of Adam and Eve in Gan Eden, eating the matzah, we're eating together at the table with the family. We're eating at the table with the family is fixing the entire world of man, woman, and family structure. You know, once we lose that, we're enslaved in Egypt. That's it. There's no family. So please think about it, work on it, and make your couple Chametz free this Passover, and try to spend 1 week really disconnected from anything from this world, and that the only focus is each other. Get rid of all the Chametz, all the things all the hurt, all the negativity, all the competitions, all the, you know, the thing that sticks. You know, Chametz is the thing that sticks, and all the things you remember about the past. Try fresh. It's a new month, Parashat HaChodesh. It's a symbol. Everything can start from fresh, but you need to have a fresh outlook. You have okay, can we make it? Let's start over again. We have the power to start over. Lishma, without the Yetzer Hara. I want to see your greatness. You want to see my greatness. What's great about you? I tell you what's great about you, and you tell me what's great about me. How do you see me become great? What's the beautiful thing you see about me? What's the beautiful thing I see about you? You need to enter into this communication. This is the only hope. This is the only hope. This is our scream to God. Is really to do that. Because if we show God that we're able to take care of each other, love each other, and work on each other, God will reciprocate and do the same between husband and wife, between God and the world, which represent this husband and wife. And we're saying, God, we see everything that's beautiful about you. See what's beautiful about us, about humanity, about the Jewish people, about, we can be beautiful. Look at us from inside. We want to be close to you. We want to love you. Yes, we get distracted, all that internet work, pleasures from this world, but we don't care. We burn it. That's Chametz. Really, you and me, it's matzah. You and me, it's matzah. It's just plain eating because we just want to be together. We don't eat because of the pleasure. We eat, we connect because we want to be together. There's nothing else that matter. So that's the true love and true burning of Chametz of Pesach. So God willing, may we all be able to reflect upon those words and learn to be real good husband, real good wife, real good parents, and God willing, we will bring this time Moshiach, go out of Egypt once and for all. Amen.